Well, guys, I am pleased to let you know that the campaigns have arrived here in Fire and Maneuver, and I've really been looking forward to this. Let's jump in and take a look. So it looks like the Crimean War is going to be the starting campaign, and I do believe there's going to be additional campaigns. Now, currently, we can only play as the Allies, can't play as Russia. Let's move forward, though, and see what it's got to offer. You're leading an allied force of British and French corps deployed in the Crimea. Your troops have recently beat the Russians at the Battle of Alma, and after much deliberation, it has been decided to first establish supply lines at the ports of Balaclava and Kamyesh. You must reach these ports quickly, lest your troops run out of provisions and starve. Once the ports are captured, lay siege to Sevastopol and call in the reinforcing corps. Men from England, France, and Turkey and Italy will support you. That's pretty awesome, guys. And up here, we've got the funding. Over here, we've got the influence, and over here, the base manpower. Over here, we also have the selecting of policies, and this is what I actually was speaking to Armchair Historian about, is the different policies we can have. So we can actually increase transportation, we can increase telegraphs, and we can even establish field hospitals. But if we do that, this all costs money. And could, of course, incur penalties later. It also looks like spirit rations, basically alcohol for our men. We're giving a little bit. Furlough, we give standard furlough so they get to visit their family, etc. And we have active foraging going on. Seems good enough to me. And it looks like these are going to be our army stacks. So we've got our first battle here, and it seems we can go ahead and auto-resolve, especially when it seems like we are going to beat the Russians pretty badly there. And if you take a look at that map, I mean, that is an absolutely massive map. We're really starting in the north of Crimea here. I think it's actually a map of just Crimea. And, of course, our goal is to try and take all of these spaces. Now, each of these guys is a different corps. So we actually sent forward the British Mixed Corps and the French First Corps. They're the ones that broke through that first Russian army. But let's take the British Corps here and actually just start moving in this direction, trying to cover the fields, of course, and take more and more territory for the crown. And now those policies really make sense because, of course, the rations and the foraging, this is all going to take place out here in the field, and we don't want to let our men starve. At the same time, we don't want to lose face with the local population. Over here, what have we got? Oh, different, looks like map modes. Interesting. Now I'm going to go ahead and end that turn. And once again, I will auto-resolve. I love that. So it actually gives us exact numbers of killed and wounded. I really think the only thing that needs to be fixed is that casualties needs to be changed to killed. But this is what Armchair was telling me about how battles can actually affect the reputation at home. So that when you're losing men, etc., and actually it seems I had a whole another army over there. When you're losing men, the people at home can really start to lose interest in the war, lose faith in the war, and ultimately cause you to lose overall. So pretty cool stuff there. One thing I have not checked is whether or not we can actually merge these guys. So let me just take this. Oh, look at that. So this is fantastic. As you can see here, we have the opportunity to purchase additional units for the roster. We can get a Garde Mobile, a line infantry. We can even replenish existing units. That is just fantastic. And even building a depot. Guys, this is almost reminding me of like Aegeod style games. And I absolutely love those. So we're going to go ahead, get that depot up and ready. I think the one thing, and again, we are in super early access, guys. The one thing that may be a little sketchy is this initial movement. All right, so let's see if we can grab that army. Nice. And we might want to build a depot with these guys as well, right? We can't just remain out here this entire time without getting a depot up. Looks like we've also got additional units that we could purchase here. I got to watch that income, though. It can certainly be damaged pretty quickly. Really making this one an infantry-heavy army. But let's just go ahead and get that depot up and worry about the rest later. And that makes more sense. Yeah, we should have units over here in the south of Crimea. Looks like an HQ. Going can actually upgrade the headquarters level. I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. But I could have sworn that I had seen additional units for us to use here. Nope, just basic HQs. I'm guessing we could land units on those specific HQs. All right, let's see what happens regarding those depots. And I'm almost tempted to kind of go ahead and change the policy. So really let our men go ahead and forage as much as they want. In fact, they could start looting. Maybe we'll wait just a little bit. Let's at least increase their spirit rations, make them just a little bit happier on the field with some well-placed booze. And that's just beautiful. Of course, the entire area here is really well painted, I believe. It just really looks like almost like a war map of Crimea itself. There is, of course, the city center itself. Out here, we're just trying to fight as quickly as we can to reach that city center. And there we go. So their supply is 0 of 200. We're going to have to stay put and really focus on that supply. In fact, what we could also do is we could change the... let me just head back here with one of these units. We could change that particular administrative thing to make sure that we're actually looting. But I don't think it's really necessary. However, in terms of logistics, we need to get some rail transportation going. It looks like we can't do it now, but maybe after we research that. And it does look like the HQ was not under our control. Not sure what's going on there. Let's just wait and see, and hopefully our guys will be getting some much-needed supplies there. Either way, I'm really loving what I'm seeing. And again, this is like a very early look at campaign. I'm even lucky that Armchair allowed us to kind of look here. But so far, I really think this is a fascinating idea, especially starting up there in the northern part of the map. The farther you go, the farther you have to bring those telegraphs, the more things you need to, of course, raid and pillage, etc. It can get pretty damn challenging here. And I'm not even sure how the manpower is going to work out, considering we now know how to purchase additional units and things like that. I really want to know how the manpower will work out. So again, just right-click to get to this screen. Lodges are no good, though. I could have sworn that we had built a depot. Supply cache. There we go, level 2. Okay, that's making sense. We don't have enough to upgrade that one. And of course, if we upgraded the HQ, I'm guessing we could get even farther. For the Russians, of course, they're going to immediately try and defend the city itself. That makes sense. Although I'm guessing the more territory we take, of course, the more items we're going to get, the more food we're going to get. At least I hope so. Maybe it'll be easier to raid the farther we go. And again, one thing that I'm definitely suspecting is it could just be the early version of the game that's having some issues here with the supply getting through. I'm going to actually push these guys back a bit. Have them take that and return, so over here to the cache. And yeah, the unit is disappearing. So definitely a little bit of an issue. That's too bad. But of course, it will be fixed given some time. We can at least see the early workings of the campaign here, what it's going to be like. Just the moving through, the trying to establish different supply depots, getting that supply to extend outwards over here. I think it's a great start. I really do. I got a feeling that there could be an issue when we won the battle and we still lost some of our national support over here. But nonetheless, I think it's looking great. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is a cool start to a campaign? Right now, to me, the most promising thing, aside from the actual supply aspect, are these logistics and discipline focuses. Of course, I think the wording up here could be much prettier, just make this look a little nicer, but overall, I think this is a fantastic start. Can't wait till this campaign is fully fleshed out and we can actually get started with it. Don't forget to join our Discord server, folks, if you are looking for other people to play Fire and Maneuver with. I know that a lot of times I'm looking for players to do some uploads on YouTube with. just about anybody, especially if you're new to the game. I've played a few of the more advanced players and gotten absolutely crushed. And of course, this game is fairly new, so not something I want to be getting used to. So again, if you want to play, I'm going to put the Discord link in the video description, and you can send me a message or just go to the Looking to Play part of our Discord channel and let us know that you've got Fire and Maneuver. Thanks so much.